Hey guys, how you going? Welcome to the Positive Experience podcast, where we look at the good, the bad and the ugly in living your best life. Today's segment is called In the Trenches, where we look behind the scenes at what's happening in the clinic. Hey guys, how you going? I'm Lecky, Avi and Ben, and Mike is joining us online. How you going, Mike? So thank you for joining us for our In the Trenches episode today. And the theme for our In the Trenches is top three. So top three things. So feel free to review any of our old videos where we go through, say, a bit of fun previously with top three holiday destinations. Avi and I had a bit of a chat there. But today we're going to be discussing our top three let's say challenges with the new environment that we've all found ourselves in. Okay, with COVID-19, I know we're all sick to death with that. We want to get back to the old world, but the reality is we're all having to navigate this together. And so we'll talk about what that means for us. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to talk about is physio. You know, the work that we do. I would say a large percentage of the work that we do when you come into the clinic is manual. Okay, it can be hands-on with lots of different techniques, but equally, there's a lot of other strategies that we offer which involve advice. There may be do's and don'ts on certain injuries that you have, and a lot of it is health promotion strategies so that you can look after yourself away from the clinic. So like at home, or making better judgments and decisions when you're at work or with your family or out at leisure. Okay, so I guess the first thing that of my top three would be with physio and with COVID-19, you can definitely get help at home. And Ben will just describe that a little bit more with Telehealth shortly. But it has affected us. Okay, but fortunately, we still offer our services in our physical location, so you can still choose to come and see us. Or if you prefer to have help from home, we've rolled out our services on Telehealth. So, Ben, take it away.
All right, so as Lecky was saying, we're now fully online with Telehealth as well as in our locations. And so, for example, I had my first patient this morning through Telehealth, and it was, it was a different experience, but it was really great to get across that education and that advice that the patient wanted, and I feel that they got a lot out of the session. So basically the way it works is the government has gone through to a lot of effort to get all these people online, give us access to these options for telehealth. And so what it basically involves is us using the laptop and the webcam. You can either go audio or audio and video. And the treatment basically goes the way that we would in the clinic without any hands-on stuff. So a lot of education, a lot of advice, a lot of allaying any fears that the patient might have, and a lot of good exercise prescription. So that's the main aim of that online session. And anything else you want me to talk about?
So how easy is it to get on Telehealth then?
Okay, so with Telehealth, basically all you need, we use an app or a program called Physio. And all you need is basically, we need your email or a phone number. We can text you a code. All you need to do is download an app on your phone, which is the Physio app, or you can do it through your web browser, through the Physio website. And all you have to do is put in that code, put in your date of birth, and then you have full access to the exercises as well as the video chat. So it's really simple, really easy to get onto. And yeah, as best as we can, try and reduce that effort for the patient and make it as simple as possible. So great.
Yeah, and just on that, I've had a couple of telehealth appointments. One of them was with my parents, and it just feels like you're having. So I would highly recommend the video and audio application of telehealth because we do offer the audio only, so via telephone or over the computer, but audio only. But I think it just gives another sort of level of assurity, I suppose, given that what I'm describing to you, I can demonstrate as well. So if Ben asks you to perform a certain movement so we can have a better idea of what's wrong with you, then it gives us a more specific bit of advice tailored to your needs. So another example was a young girl. She has a knee problem, and she was ready to progress her rehab. So I wouldn't have been able to pick that up if I didn't see how she was performing certain tests. So just look at it as if you're ringing a friend on, if you use one of those apps like Messenger. It's really user friendly. So don't have any reservations about that. Cool. Thanks for that, Ben. So part one of our top three, number one was how physio and COVID-19 has been challenged. Number two is we're meeting the challenge with our telehealth services. And now we're going to move into our third of the top three, which is how we're dealing with the health environment with COVID-19 at all our physical locations. So Mike will start us with our location in Kyneton. Thanks, Mike.
All right, guys. So as Lecky said, I'm based in the Kyneton room. So we have implemented a few strategies to just keep the highest standards of sanitation. So number one being, we do have a thorough wipe down of the rooms before you enter. So we would wipe down the beds, we would spray the room, we'd spray the beds, all the instruments that we do use. We'd sanitize our hands first and foremost, before and after you enter the rooms. As well, now we are using gloves and masks. So also another grade there in the fight of coronavirus. So just a few strategies that we've implemented. And if you do want to as well, you could be waiting in your car outside if you're uncomfortable waiting in the waiting rooms, and then we can just get a bus from the reception staff when you're ready to head inside.
Awesome. Thanks, big fella. Avi, what have you got for us in our Truganina location?
All right, so in Truganina, we got very similar to what Mike mentioned. We've got the hand sanitizer, of course, so before and after. We've got the bed sheets and the pillow covering and all that being washed daily. We've got the face mask that's being put on for each, or the face shield for each person that's coming in. So a new one every time, so we rubbish the old one. And then we also got, so there's no one waiting in the waiting room with the whole medical centre. So there's actually, everyone has to wait inside the car. And then they call up the reception, and the reception asks a few questions about if you got fever or any of those issues. And if you do, fortunately, you can't come in, or doctors come and see you out there. But if you're coming in for the physio and you clear all those questions and say no to all of them, then they let us know. And then when we're ready, we tell the receptionist for you guys to come in, and then you just walk straight in to the room with no waiting around. And that way, it just reduces the risk of the COVID just sort of spreading, or if there is a chance of anything there in the waiting room. So that's a big positive that a lot of our clients have been saying, that they don't have to wait in the waiting room. So because that's probably the biggest scare that most people are having. And so that's been reduced. And in room, it's all cleaned up, like Mike mentioned. Very similar strategies in Truganina as well, but that was the only main difference. Ben, you want to chat about Wyndham?
Yeah, so at Wyndham Vale, we currently are based next to the medical centre in the dental clinic. So at the moment, it's a bit different to the other locations. But so what you can do is you can come in, and it's still the waiting room available. It's quite a large waiting room now that the dentist is not currently practicing at the moment, so there's a lot more space for people to sit. So you can still maintain that 1.5 metre distance. Or if you would like to call ahead, happy to do that, wait in your car, and we can come and get you when you want to come in. And similar to the other locations, we're still offering that high standard of sanitation, making sure that everything is clean, got that liquid gold, the hand sanitizer, it's in short supply at the moment, but we're making good use of that, as well as, wiping down the bench, wiping down the seats between them before and after each client. Yeah, so the highest standards is still maintained.
Awesome. So there you have it, guys. That's our In the Trenches episode. Top 3 was the theme today. And we appreciate that everyone's doing the best that they can at home. We just want to let you know we're doing the best that we can in the clinic. Should you choose to see us in our physical locations or check us out online with our telehealth services, we're ready to have a chat to you guys. Okay? So that's us, making healthy simple. We'll catch up with you guys when you need us. Virtual high five to Mike. All right, guys, take it easy.